Good evening, my soup people. Tonight we got more power, baby. I miss when Donut Media did that video. More power, but not really. I'll show you. We're putting an intake on the car. Woo, but not really. I'm not doing a cold air intake because it's already cold enough and I can't tune for it. So I really don't think I'm going to get more power from having an intake here versus one that sucks in from underneath the headlight where air passes through. It's already a cold air intake. Already one. Put a brand new engine filter in that yesterday. And tonight we're gonna fix that problem, the crack in the coupler. So I don't want it to get too much air in and stuff. So I went on Facebook. In a group called, what is it called? 7MGE or /GET Power. I think that's what it's called. If you're not in the group, you're missing out. Go join it. And I asked, like, hey, what are people doing to replace this on a GE engine? And someone sent me a link to it. Well, they didn't send me a link. They just sent me a picture, which I'll show you the box over there. But it looks like it should simply just do that. And then it has something for air sensor or whatever. I'm going to cap that off and make sure it stays capped. And this is why I'm really happy, because I couldn't find any that had a place for a vacuum hose. Because if you're not familiar with these cars or intake, up here there's a little vacuum hose that goes down to something on the power steering. I forgot to bring a light out. Just trust me, there's a little vacuum hose that goes down and plugs in with the power steering. I don't know what it does, but something, obviously. So I'm gonna have to get creative, but I'm gonna have to get power steering, probably zip tie it up somewhere. We'll get the hose, zip tie it up somewhere and run it down there, because I don't want it touching the header. So I'm gonna quickly pop off the old intake, put the new one, mock up the new one, because I have about 40 minutes. I gotta run to a hardware store before they close, get the right size and right length vacuum line to go from there to there. So I will be right back. A little update, guys. So this is a 3-inch pipe, so it's a little bit bigger than that, but I think the same size as that. So this is me putting this over that. Doesn't really line up right. So and then when no, come on, baby. All right. So when I put that down in there like that, well, obviously it doesn't line up. So, and the angles are wrong. So I think the only way to make this work is to figure out what angle to cut that at. What angle to cut that at. That will give me a good way to pop it in there just like that. So that's what I'm gonna try to do. But first I gotta run to the hardware store, get the vacuum line. It goes, again, I have my light, but you can kind of see there's a little nipple right down there. So off to the hardware store, and then off to figure out how to fix that issue. So, all right, be right back, guys. Wait, one sec. I said I would show you the box. This is what I got. Spectre Performance. Yep, and it's got some stuff on the back. I can't show you the other side since it has my address on it. But pause that if you want to read it. So yeah, I'm gonna probably have to cut it on an angle or something. So I'll figure that out. All right, I gotta go to the hardware store. All right, little update, guys. So now would be a great time to say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I know what I want to achieve, if that makes sense. So that's what we're going with. I cut that, so I think it'll be okay.
I jammed this in this coupler. I taped around the angle. So I think I need to cut that off. Alright, I need to tape a little better. Yeah, I need to tape the bottom better. But I jammed that in there, taping the edge, and I think if I cut that off, I think we'll be better. So, again, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just doing it. So we'll go from there. I'll let you know if I come up with any good ideas. Update time, guys. I'll try to show you how much I cut off, but literally I just kept cutting until I got something that fits in there good. So there's a little bit of a gap I can show you. Now when I take this all off, I got that hose clamp on there. Since this isn't 3 inches, I don't know exactly what it is. And this is 3 inches, I think. So I wanted to make sure everything would fit. And that's really tight on there. And like this thing, I don't know how well this shows, but this thing will not move. And there's 2 hose clamps in there. So now all I gotta do is drill out that, because for whatever reason it's plugged. Run the vacuum line from there up, well, down in to there, and clean up the ends of this, and then we will call it a night, because I am getting tired. So yep, that's kind of how she fits, just like that, up like that. So a little bit of a gap, not a huge one. So yeah, something like that. So yep. One more thing before I show the final product. This is about how much I had to cut off the straight end. And this is about how much I cut off the 45-degree end. So that's about a 1/2 inch. That's a good 2.5 inches to like 2 inches, or here, let me get actual measurements. A good 1.5 to 1 inch. I have no idea how I thought that was 2.5 inches. So this is overall probably 1.5 inches and about 1 inch on the bottom. Should get you in the ballpark if you try to do the same thing I do. And for another coupler just like that, I bought one that's the part number, so that should get you everything you need to do if you're doing the same thing I am. Okay, boys, for the important time, let's see if it starts still. It's happy. How's she doing? I better go look at the RPM. Seemed like she just dropped. She might not like that. I feel like the car is shaking a little bit more than usual. Okay. I think I'm gonna go let it warm up some, take it for a quick test drive and see how she feels. It has a new engine filter, which hasn't been done in I don't know how long, and the new intake. So it's probably getting more air than it's used to. And this might show how stupid I am, but honestly I don't know if the computer can get used to, hey, I'm getting more air, since it's an 80s car. So I'm sure it can for a little bit, or it has to. Okay, that's the reason why oxygen sensors are a thing. So I'm sure once I drive it around she'll be happy. So I'm gonna let it warm up a bit, drive it around, and then I'll check back with you. Always a successful test drive. She's running just like normal, everything good. Yeah, I'm not
well, obviously the car relearned to it. I'm just kind of dumb. So, it's been a day at work, so yeah. Happy I got that done. Started raining on the test drive, so I'm like, I'm going in. So. Alright guys, I'm calling it a night. I'm sorry for not showing my work, like cutting the pipes. This lady's bed. Cutting the pipes or anything, but I didn't know what I was doing. I just did it, and it worked out. I don't know, like, I was all over the place with this video in my brain, because, again, I didn't know what I was doing. I was trying to figure it out. So, yeah, I will show you the product. This is what I got. So, coupler, hose clamp, the vacuum line. I got it routed behind one other line. I don't particularly love how it's up here. I wish I knew how to fabricate my own pipe, and I'd put the thing on the bottom right here, and just like the old one. But give her the good old crank test. She does not move. She's good. So, yep. Happy with that. Again, I doubt the people who were like, put a cold air intake, made it this far in the video, but this is a cold air intake already. It sucks air from behind the headlight, so it's cold. So I put a new engine filter in there, and also don't mess with this thing. I personally haven't done it, but I heard someone move this or tried to mess with this, and the car got very mad. So do not mess with that part. Don't break it, don't do anything. So overall, looks kind of cool. Replaces what do you think looks better? So here this expansion chamber doesn't do anything. So overall, pretty happy with that. My first power mod, unless you count spark plugs. With that, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, I love you. And yeah, thank you.